and eat, drink, sleep, enjoy, mate, and be happy, because we don't know whether tomorrow will come. Yes, it's one life. Enjoy it. Now, in previous ages, when people engaged in such type of sinful activities, they were ashamed. They felt disgust and embarrassment before God. But in Kali Yuga, rampantly, Maya Devi, through the minds and the perverted intelligence of humanity, creates all of these so-called scientific explanations to prove that you're just matter. You are the body. There is no witness. There is no reason to restrain oneself. Resisting is a hardship. So don't resist, persist. Nice philosophy. It rhymes. Don't resist, persist. Be happy. But what is that happiness? It is the happiness of scratching a raging rash. That's all. But with our intelligence, others are convincing us through all kinds of sophisticated, scientific, philosophical, technical terms that actually this rash is not a rash. What it really is it's a blessing that's meant to be enjoyed. That's what the rash is. And the more it gets red and it burns, the more fortunate you are. Because the more you can enjoy it. Yes? That's really all that atheism is about. Just rationalization, justification, for that we can have a clearer conscience to engage in sinful activities. But Bhagavad Gita teaches us that kama esha krodha esha rajoguna shamurbhava. The all-devouring sinful enemy of the entire creation is this desire to enjoy separate from Krishna, kama. So yes, many people will run away from the Krishna consciousness movement when they hear these things. Just like Prabhupada was preaching in 26th Avenue. And quite a famous musical band of the 1960s, they actually came to see Prabhupada. Do you remember their names? The Fugs. Very glamorous name. And I think there were 3 or 4 of them. And they were influential. And all they sang about was intoxication and sex. That's all. That's why they were so famous. Because people like to hear about that in Kali Yuga. People in the mode of goodness would vomit hearing their songs. But the people so much in passions and ignorance, they were just working hard to earn money to buy their records and listen and enjoy. Because what we associate with, we become very influenced by that. Just listening to that music is like putting fuel in the fire. Yes? So they were very, very famous for singing about very degraded subjects like intoxications and sex. But they came to see Prabhupada. Hayagriva Prabhu and these other devotees, they actually brought him to see Prabhupada, Allen Ginsberg. And Prabhupada was speaking about how you're not this body or the eternal soul, and they were really listening. Prabhupada was really enlightening them. But the devotees were in their minds some devotees who were there told me that some of the devotees were actually praying to Krishna that Prabhupada doesn't tell them the regulative principles. Because they knew they'd never be able to accept such an impractical idea. So devotees were actually praying to Krishna that Prabhupada not talk about the 4 regulative principles to them. But Krishna's in Prabhupada's heart. So they were listening, and Prabhupada culminated by, first he was talking about the chanting of the holy names and how it spiritually enlightens you through music, and they really liked that. Spiritual enlightenment through music, because they were musicians. And then Prabhupada said, but you must follow these principles. And, no intoxication, no gambling, no meat eating, no illicit sex. And they just looked down on the ground. And after a few seconds, they got up and left. They got up and left. It was intolerable for them. What Prabhupada was doing is he was challenging everything they dedicated their life to. Not only personally, but everything they were propagating. They were heroes, they were famous because of that. But Bhagavan